Sinkaisen.
Congratulations! After working on and opening the voice through all the chakra areas, running from the base through the sacrum, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat and the brow, we have arrived at the crown, the top of the head. We can think of this as a point of union, a summation of the awareness and connection we've built up in the body and the mind as a whole. This can also be something of a returning place, for when we reach the crown, we have yet another circle, a circle of the whole, and we can return to the feet, opened, calm, and focused. What's more, we're ready to communicate our text. As the pedagogue Alan Green points out, a singer is essentially a musical actor. The student must for a short while detach the musical from the actor and concentrate entirely on learning to use their vocal equipment. From here, we can move to the fabulous Lamperti, my favourite again. A beautiful voice without emotional power is like a lovely woman without wit. These two quotes summarise perfectly what we're aiming to do, namely create the instrument and then pick it up and play it with intelligence and meaning. Another aspect of the awareness of the crown is that it can remind us to keep our height, to stay open to the room and be aware of the entire elastic spine from crown to tailbone. Here, we are at the finest point of our vocal pyramid. Just as our posture moves from wide and earthed base to narrow, the larynx, the throat, the cheekbones, so does the voice in its transition from lower to higher pitches. The key thing to remember is that there is no one part of us that is more important than the other. It's unity in the instrument as a whole that makes it sing. Ultimately, as I've said before, we're looking to be the apple, not the pips. To remind ourselves once again that the voice is more than the sum of its parts, i.e. when everything is working together, the body and mind are united, when all the chakras are spinning and the loops and undulations have joined, we reach a point of alchemy, where base metal turns to gold, and the voice can truly sing itself. Here, we can achieve that masterly state of sprezzatura, the art of making that which is difficult appear effortless. The more we do it, the more we believe it, and the more we believe it, the more it is true.
Sinkaisen.
Welcome to Lesson 7, to Sahasrara, the crown chakra and the pinnacle of our course. So, as always, whether we're at the beginning or the end, or indeed in the middle, we do the same thing. We rejoin ourselves. We send our energy down into the ground. We get taller from the feet right the way up to the crown. This journey that we're on is one of constantly discovering ourselves alongside our voice. And we can only discover ourselves if we can see ourselves. And this exercise, this scan, is the very thing that helps us to start doing that. So, without further ado, we will go down to the ground. We'll go back to our Muladhara, sinking into the ground. If you want, you can imagine you're standing on cool grass. You can feel your weight being, again, welcomed by the grass, by the soil, by the ground beneath you. Notice the circumferences of the feet. The energy across your feet is evenly spread, and your feet are sort of hip width, shoulder width apart. So no one could just run and push you over. You've got a stability there, right at the base. We scan up, we soften the ankles. We soften the knees, we scan up the thighs, find that ease in the pelvis, that little crook, lean on a kangaroo's tail. Just wakening up that imaginative feeling of not grip, but release. Carrying on up, just below the belly button, draw your circle of awareness, waken your trampoline. Of course we don't breathe, as I've mentioned before, we don't breathe into the stomach. But the stomach is the main obvious place where we can feel the breath going in. And that's partly because of the diaphragmatic action there.